Hello everybody and welcome. Today we have a cup tie and a Bundesliga match, but we need to test our poor form in both competitions and we need to get back to winning ways very, very quickly. It's a very warm welcome to episode 23 of the Rothosen Redemption, an FM 26 series where we try and rebuild Hamburg into one of the leading forces in Bundesliga and Europe once more, but we're struggling terribly. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. It's DFB-Pokal round 2 as we face Freiburg, and then it's the Bundesliga match day 10 when we face new boys Darmstadt, who came up our Bundesliga 2 last season. One thing just to say is the last time that Freiburg won was against us. They haven't won in the league since then. Lost 4 games on the trot, I think, in the Bundesliga. So I know this isn't in the Bundesliga, but form-wise, it should be a game. We should be fairly comfortable, but our form's not fantastic either. Having said that, we have won a few games in the Bundesliga. 3, in fact, I think, altogether. So our form's pretty rubbish. We need to start to string together. We're going to need to be doing some big work in people coming in and stuff at the mid-season transfer window, because at the minute it's poor, to say the least. So Freiburg, our first opponents of today's episode, a DFB Pokal second round. We managed to get through the first round against, it seems some time ago now, and it was some time ago, there we go, Brunswick. 3-2 win on that occasion. It was a bit of a slippy slidey, I think, if I remember rightly. Nothing happened until 64 minutes. Ray and Phillips got us a lead, and then 4 minutes later, Otto equalised for them. And then Felipe put us back in front on 70. Lagonga put us in front on 70. And then Felipe give us a 2-goal cushion on 71 minutes, just as well he did, because they got another one back a minute into injury time. But we managed to survive that. Whether we can today or not is another matter, because, as I just said, the last time that we played them, we lost, which is the last time that they won. Griffo was the scorer on that occasion on 26 minutes, previous to that, we have beat them both at their place and at our place, 1-0 in January last year. Glatzel the scorer on that occasion on 25 minutes, and then a 2-1 win at the Volkspark Stadium last time we played them back in May. Moyhem, who won't be in the side today, and Vieira, who won't be in the side today, both of them, Moyhem out injured. Vieira, of course, moved back to Chelsea, and their scorer was Marino. It would be good to get a win and try and turn our form around today, if we can. Freiburg, our first opponents. And here is the side that faces Freiburg in this DFB Pokal second round match, and we've reverted back to our alternative version 2-4-2-3-1. And we'll see how we go today. A few changes in the side. Tanvik is in goal. It's Lite and Lawrence as the defensive duo. Igor and Hogsberg continue as the wing backs. Krau comes in as the defensive midfielder with Neil just in front of him. That is the one change. Normally we'd play them two side by side, but we're using a bit of midfield prowess today. Neil taking up that position out of possession. He will drop back into a defensive midfield pair. And Banda on the left. Giatta, who's been complaining about game time, plays on the right today. Groenbeck is in behind Koningsdorf, who leads the attack. As I said, I think in the last episode, I'm pretty sure we have a £15 million dud in Romelu. He is dropped to the bench today. The bench then looking like this. It's Fernandes, Katabach, Turanega, Mikkel Brentes, Sambi Lakonga, Remberg, Felipe, Dompe and Romelu. And here we are back at the Volkspark Stadion playing this formation. Tweet formation. They are playing a 4-2-3-1 today. No changes from the side that lost to Eintracht Frankfurt in their last game, 2-1. They are 16th on 7 points. And they get the game underway. Eggstein, Griffo, the scorer last time out. Harold swung in. Igor cleared that to Banda. Groenbeck. Igor passed it to Banda. Banda into midfield for Groenbeck. We haven't seen the best of Groenbeck since he's come back. Hogsberg picking up a early yellow card. Jatta plays it back, and Königsdorfer on a plate for him. Puts it away. 13 minutes. Bakary Jatta working with Hogsberg down that wing. He stayed out wide. Come inside. And he had one thing on his mind. He was looking to see who was in there. And Königsdorfer gets to the ball and puts it away in the back of the net. 1-0 on 13 minutes. And a highlight from the restart. Yeah, we know what that means, don't we? Or we know what it could mean. Leinhardt, Abeline, Eggestein. And he's round his man. Igor out there. Crossed in. But Tanvik comes out and collects. Lite. Neil. Back to Lite. Lite launches one. And I don't know who that was. Wasn't getting Banda, I think. Wasn't getting his head to it. And the highlight continues. Manzibi. Moving the ball around nicely into space. Droz in. And it's gone wide for a corner. Atabulo in the Freiburg goal. Passes out to Ginter, who Hogsberg was on the same wavelength. Neil goes out wide to Hogsberg. Hogsberg into the area, pulls it back. It's in the back of the net. And Bakary Jatta complained he wasn't getting any game time. And I said, well, I'll play you for a few games then, thinking that the cup was coming up. Might be an opportunity to give him a run out and see how he does. And to be honest, at the moment, he's putting himself in a position to make some starts in the league. As he puts us 2 up. He's made 1 and scored 1. And we go 2 up on 19 minutes. Hogsberg cutting that ball out. Neil goes out wide to Igor, who's also picked up a yellow card now, I notice. He's given the ball away to Hansen. And this one launched forward. But Lite is underneath it. Groenbeck tidying up in midfield. Banda out to Igor. Igor now, round his man. Igor into the area, chips it in, and first shot was, I don't know what happened to it, deflected. I think it was Groenbeck, but it fell nicely to Königsdorfer, and he makes it 3-0 on 39 minutes. And while we are trying, or going now to try and retain our the cup that we won last season, we'll see it now. Groenbeck's shot was blocked. Goalkeeper sprawling on the ground to try and stop the shot, but it fell to Königsdorfer, and he had to all he had to do was put it in empty net into the last 5 minutes of this first half. And I would expect to see us having controlled this game. 2 minutes added on at the end of the half, and it is all over. Half time, 3-0. And, well, you haven't actually controlled all of it. They've had some of the game as well. But we have got 45% of the possession, 8 shots, 4 on target, 1.50. They've had 5 shots, 3 on target, 0.42. Tanvig doing very well in goal as well. So far, so good as we look to progress to the third round of the Pokal Cup. And they have made some changes at half time. It will come up on your screen. Harold comes away on a counter-attack. And I need to be countering him. Königsdorfer doing a bit of defending as well. Igor, Neil, Banda, Neil, Groenbeck out wide to Igor. Igor on the overlap. Banda inside to Groenbeck. Groenbeck! He's back. Groenbeck is back. It was a wonderful curled shot into that top corner. He set himself up. He had plenty of time. And, well, Igor and Banda working here. Banda fires it across for Groenbeck. Groenbeck puts it onto his right foot, tees himself up and curls it in off the post. It's 4-0 and I think we're through to the third round. Manzambi trying to wriggle around there. Throw through to Manzambi, but Lite put his foot in and the ball punted upfield when we could have built an attack from the back, I would have suggested. Instead of just getting ready. And into the area. And it was well blocked. It's gone for a corner. Throw in on that far side. Harold has the throw in. It's a long throw. Back to Harold. Harold into the area. It's back out again. Drow. Ogbus. Jackie. They're moving it around nicely. This is ominous. Maklovic, and it's gone in. And Manzambi is the man. He's got one back for them. And I was hoping we were going to keep a clean sheet, but that's gone out the window. Majagalovic, and driven through legs. As we enter the final few minutes of this half, 4 minutes added on. It looks like a 4-1 win, and I was hoping, as I say, we were going to have a clean sheet. A comprehensive win gets us back on. Lite's just picked up a yellow card. It is all over, and we have got through to the third round. 4-1 winners against Freiburg. And, brace from Königsdorfer, Groenbeck, who had an absolute splendid shot. The only problem is we're picking up yellow cards like they're going out of fashion. And Jatta, the other scorer, he had a fantastic game considering he's been moaning about game time. He 54% of the possession, 13 shots, 8 on target, 2.04. They have 46% of the possession, 11 shots, 4 on target, 1.37. It's the third round, boys and girls. So you come back and join me for the results from the second round of the Pokal Cup. See who else has got through. Hertha Berlin beating Elversberg. They are through. Magdeburg beating Holstein Kiel 5-2. Werder Bremen, it took extra time to beat Duisburg. We, of course, beat Freiburg. These are all Tuesday games. The big game that really sort of had the eyes on, Munster nearly did the unlikely against Borussia Mönchengladbach, held them to a 1-1 draw, went to penalties, and that is how it ended with Borussia Mönchengladbach getting through on penalties. On the Wednesday games, Hoffenheim beating Karlsruhe in extra time, 105 minutes. or 105 plus 2, so 107 minutes, that one. Kaiserslautern, they beat Augsburg, who are going very well in the Bundesliga course. It was an own goal from Zeisiger on 92 minutes that gave them the win. Köln, on bottom of the Bundesliga, beat Wolfsburg from Bundesliga 2, 4-2. St. Pauli beating Union Berlin by 1-0. Byfield beating Schalke 1-0. Dynamo Dresden 6-1 winners over our next opponents, Darmstadt. Eintracht Frankfurt at top of the Bundesliga course, beating Bochum 4-1. FC Bayern back to winning ways, beating Paderborn. Mainz beating Heidenheim 3-2. Nuremberg losing to Borussia Dortmund 3-1, and Stuttgart and Bayer Leverkusen 2-2 draw, but Bayer Leverkusen winning on penalties, and there were a lot of penalties taken in that one. No news about the third round yet, but that will come up in due course, I feel sure, having had all the ties played. We will come back ahead of the game, next game, which is against Darmstadt. As I say, we haven't played them before. They were promoted last season. Come back just ahead of that with any news, and possibly news of who we're going to play in the third round. Well, you come back and the draw for the third round has been made. We will be playing at Bayer Leverkusen on the 1st of December as we head to the mid-season break. We have played Bayer Leverkusen 3 times so far this series. We've beaten them on all 3 occasions. So far, not conceded a goal. Last time out was off camera, and we beat them 3-0. Hogsberg, Neil and Lawrence are the scorers on that occasion. Prior to that, Fabio Vieira beat them at the Bay Arena in May 26. And then the previous to that in the Volkspark Stadium, Rath the scorer on 85 minutes in the first of those 3 matches. So played them 3 times, beaten them 3 times. We'll be out to try and make that 4. But we have opponents in the Bundesliga this time out. It's Darmstadt, who came up from the Bundesliga 2 last season, as we go looking for points in the league. It's back to league duty. It's Bundesliga match day 10 against Darmstadt, who got promoted last season. And this is how we look for today. It's Tanvig in goal. It's Igor and Hogsberg as the wide defenders. Lite and Lawrence continue their association in defence, with Kral as the defensive midfielder. Sambi Lakonga playing as a more attacking defensive midfielder. He's playing in midfield, a little bit ahead of Kral, but will drop back into that defensive midfield position in out of possession. And then as we look for a bit of attack today, Banda and Jatta are the wide players. Groenbeck playing as the number 10 behind Königsdorfer, who leads the attack again up front today. And then the bench looks like this. It's Fernandes, Katabach, Turanega, Mikkel Brentes, Neil, Remberg, Felipe, Dompe and Romolo. And here we are back at the Volkspark Stadion for this match day 10. And Darmstadt aren't going to be an easy side to beat. They've been a bit of a pain, I think. They are currently in 10th place on 12 points, making 7 changes from the side that lost to Dynamo Dresden 6-1 in their DFB-Pokal match. Last time in the league, losing 2-1 to Leipzig. And they get the game underway, playing blue tops and white shorts today. I presume that may well be of offside. Shooten with it, won by Hogsberg. Hogsberg finds Jatta to Königsdorfer, who surely is in an offside position. Referee's moving into position. VAR will look at it. And I'm anticipating he will be offside. He is. And it remains 0-0. We'll see the lines now as the ball comes in. Just defender steps. He's well offside. Looked like it on the original. Brought it down nicely. Beats the goalkeeper, but it won't count. Pfeiffer with the ball for Darmstadt, but we've won the ball. Igor, Sambi Lokonga, Igor. Königsdorfer, who's dropped deep. Königsdorfer wriggling around there. Goes out to Hogsberg, Jatta, Groenbeck, Lokonga. Lokonga has a shot from distance. It was coming down, but not quick enough. Well, we've had plenty of shots in this first half. Not hit the target that much, though. And that could make the difference. But Groenbeck tracking back, wins that ball. Lawrence, Lite. Lite comes forward. Lite has Igor. Igor pumps it up for Lokonga, crosses it. Königsdorfer, and it's headed wide. Lite brings it out of defence. Igor. Banda. We haven't seen much of him today. Lokonga. Banda. Back to Kral. Kral. Groenbeck, who's dropped deep. Groenbeck out wide to Jatta. Jatta controls it nicely. Hogsberg. Back to Jatta. Lokonga. Into Jatta. Jatta finds the corner of the net. That will count. And we take a lead on 39 minutes. Bakary Jatta, who complained because he wasn't getting game time. We've given him, this is his second game out there, and he's certainly making the chance count, that is for sure, or chance says. And he makes it 1-0 on 39 minutes. And half-time has arrived, and we've dominated that first half, controlled it. I noticed we're unbalanced. I did mean to put it on to positive, but we seem to be doing the business on balance, so that's what we will leave it for the moment. We've had 62% of the possession, 9 shots, only 2 on target. That is the one worrying bit of that. I'd like that to have been up around 4. 0.96. We've managed to keep them to just 1 shot, of which it was on target, and 0.08. So far, so good. And let's hope we can continue that and even extend our lead in the second half. Königsdorfer getting us underway for this second half. No changes at half time. Groenbeck with a corner. We don't see many corners. This one's swung in. It's headed away, and they are on a counter-attack. But Groenbeck runs back, wins that ball. Lawrence, Lokonga, Banda. Banda's into space. Banda just wide of the post. In fact, the goalkeeper got a hand to it. It goes for another corner. Igor has just picked up a yellow card. It's not good. And they're moving the ball around nicely. It always worries me that something is going to happen and they just need to up the ante a little bit. We need to win this ball back and stop them. Good save by Tanvig. Pushed it round for a corner. We're going to see the corner, which is a bit of a worry. It's one an out swinger. Swung out, headed away, but it's fallen for Taz. And it's gone wide for another corner. Got a deflection. I was waiting for it to nestle in the bottom corner. Near post swung in. This time it's punted back and they've still got possession. Still running around with it. And it goes for yet another corner. As we enter the last 5 minutes of this match. And there is a highlight. And it's a bit of a worry. But it's going to run through to Tanvig and into the final minute as we look for a very slender win here. Let's hope it stays like it. Tanvig rolls it out to Lawrence. Lawrence under pressure and launches a long one. Headed on into Königsdorfer. Königsdorfer makes it 2-0. And the result. And on 90 minutes, we take a 2-goal lead. And goodness me, it's taken a long time. Tanvik launching this one, and it was Romolo that was underneath it. Heads it on for Königsdorfer. And Königsdorfer, from that point on, knew exactly what he was doing. Pulled the goalkeeper out to the right and slotted it past him into the far corner. It's 2-0 and a win for Surely. And we're going to get another highlight. Track back, but Lite tracks back into space. Tanvig, Lawrence, Hogsberg. Hogsberg finds Jatta. Jatta, Hogsberg. Holds the ball up, finds Königsdorfer, who gives the ball away. And Lawrence heads it straight back to Tanvig. In the 3rd minute of 4 added on. Tanvig rolls it out to Lawrence as the clock runs down. It's all over. It's a 2-0 win. 3 points on the board. And, well, plenty of green stuff in there, which I like. And we've dominated this match, albeit they did have a lot of that second half. And we had to dig in and dig deep. 57% of the possession, 15 shots, 5 on target, 1.45. They had 8 shots, 3 on target, 0.71. It's a satisfying win with this tactic in the Bundesliga. And so a roundup of the results. I think there is a game to be played on Sunday. Eintracht Frankfurt, currently top of the table, could open up a 5-point gap. No, 3 on that is 8. Yeah, no, 6-point gap. Could open a 6-point gap at the top of the table if they beat Borussia Mönchengladbach. More about that in the next episode. But today, Borussia Dortmund are beating Union Berlin by 4-0. That moves them up into 4th place. We, of course, 2-0 winners over Darmstadt. And moving up into 9th place. That looks a bit more like it, doesn't it? Hoffenheim beating Augsburg. Augsburg, who were running away with it at one point, suddenly have hit a bit of a block. And Hoffenheim, who went very well last season, have got a good win against Augsburg to give Eintracht Frankfurt that chance to open a huge gap at the top of the table. Köln beating Freiburg by 2-1, which means Köln move off the bottom of the table. Bochum dropping back in there. Freiburg just above them, of course, in 16th place. Both of them on 7 points at the bottom of the table now. Nuremberg beating RB Leipzig by 2-1. Nuremberg in 11th place. RB Leipzig a drop to 10th as it stands. Stuttgart 1-0 winners over Bochum. Werder Bremen beating Bayer Leverkusen. And FC Bayern beating San Pauli by 3-0. Harry Kane getting a brace in that game, so he's obviously back and moves FC Bayern up into 3rd place. They are 4 points, potentially could be 8 points adrift of Eintracht Frankfurt in that top spot. In 3rd place. So that's how the top looks. As I say, we are 9th now on 13 points. We have a goal difference of +1. So that's a good start as well. We just need to string some results together now and pull ourselves back up into that upper part of the table and get ourselves well clear of any thoughts of potential relegation or anything silly like that. Otherwise, we'll be cussing that the Champions League came along last season and not this coming season. We're going to come straight back. We've got a match against AC Milan at the Volkspark Stadion. It's match day 4 in the Champions League, and then we play another of the new boys to the Bundesliga this season, Nuremberg. But they're not going badly, as we've just seen from those results. So we need to get ourselves back and sorted as soon as we can. That will be our next episode, Milan and Nuremberg. I hope you can join me for that, and I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of the Rothosen Redemption. as they are released. And new episodes of the Rothosen Redemption are released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. The best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on the channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope that you've enjoyed the episode, and that you'll join me for the next episode. It'll be episode 24. It's out on Friday. Until then, if you're not watching my other series, go and have a look at it. If you're not, I'll see you on Friday. Till then, goodbye.